With the first pick in the 2019 NFL Draft, the Arizona Cardinals select Kyler Murray, Oklahoma.
Tonight, America got a front row seat watching as a lifetime of football dreams came true.
Arizona has found their Murray.
It's one of the biggest events in pro football, the NFL Draft.
That is a sea of humanity. 100,000 people.
Our Robin Roberts in Nashville.
The excitement level here in Music City, USA is off the charts.
Prospects waiting with bated breath, hoping to hear their name called.
The anticipation is through the roof.
Kicking off that coveted first pick, Oklahoma quarterback Kyler Murray to the Arizona Cardinals. The 5'10", 21-year-old talented in both baseball and football. Tonight, the NFL won. Number 2, the San Francisco 49ers picking Ohio State defensive lineman Nick Bosa.
This moment is life-altering.
32 NFL franchises making overnight millionaires of their top selections.
In just a moment, getting drafted can change a kid's life. You're talking about going from someone who, in many cases, has next to nothing to becoming an instant millionaire in a split second.
With the third pick, the New York Jets select Quinnen Williams, nose tackle.
But for 21-year-old defensive tackle Quinnen Williams, the newly minted New York Jet, this night was about so much more than football.
It's at the beginning. I got a long road ahead.
As he made his way across the stage, he was reminded of a promise he made to his mother as she battled breast cancer nearly 10 years ago.
When I get drafted, she'll be like, son, I'm so proud of you, but you got to get your degree. She'll be super happy for me, and she'll be super proud because she's seen the process since I was a little kid.
Company's taken down. Quinnen Williams. That's one way to add some points.
He's the unanimous first-team All-American with a record number of tackles, winning the Outland Trophy awarded to the nation's best interior lineman.
Quinnen Williams, a lot of people think, may be the best defensive prospect in this draft, as this joyful, spectacularly athletic presence.
ESPN's Josina Anderson sat down with Quinnen ahead of the draft.
I'm going crazy again, so it's like I start feeling myself again.
You smile through a lot of things.
Yeah.
Why do you think you smile a lot through things that, when you're talking about, that, come across painful?
I'm blessed, like, you know what I'm saying? Even to have her, like, to teach me the things that she taught me, to even, like, have her to instill the things that instilled in me, and just to know, like, she with me.
Marquisha Henderson Williams, a teacher, was strict with all 4 of her children, but she had a particularly special relationship with Quinnen.
I go everywhere with her. Like, she go to the mall, I'm going with her shopping, sitting in the dress, sitting in the fitting room, waiting on her. We were just together 24/7.
They were like 2 peas in a pod. They always like to do everything together.
It was his mother's wish that he take care of his family. Now he joins hundreds of other young men who've spent so much of their lives sacrificing and training.
In many ways, the NFL Draft transcends football because it's not just about the game on the field or who's the right fit for what team, where there's the dream that anybody can become a star.
Tonight's event, bigger than ever, with an appeal to more than just sports fans. Even Taylor Swift got into the celebration.
You've been crying down in the green room watching all this.
I've had a lot of emotions about the whole thing. It's so, I don't know, it's great. It's just such a wonderful night. Thank you for having me.
It's the red carpet.
That's got to be close to what you wore in your short sleeve suit.
For hopeful athletes.
It is now part NFL, part Hollywood, part Vegas.
ESPN's Tom Rinaldi there in the green room as the players found out their fates.
Part of the magic of the draft is every one of us has some aspiration. Rarely do we achieve it in such an absolutely public way.
The New York Giants select Daniel Jones.
And that is the beginning of your professional career.
These young men hopefully joining a roster of first-round picks that went on to greatness.
You've got Peyton Manning, you've got Dan Marino, you've got Ray Lewis, you've got Todd Gurley.
Think about what it means to be tabbed a top 5 pick, all the expectation that comes with that. Who can bear up against that burden?
But there are plenty of hot prospects who didn't pan out.
Ryan Leaf was the guy who was picked right after Peyton Manning. He went next to the San Diego Chargers, and everything went downhill from there. And he never became great, got that bust label.
Bust is a brutal word. No one wants to be considered or labeled a bust. But the truth is, That's a deep part of the history of the draft. Players who have been 1 or 2 or 3 or 5 who never had anything close to success in the league.
For every success story, there's the failure. There's the first-round pick, whether it's Johnny Manziel, Ryan Leaf, RG3, DeMarcus Russell.
You can do all the research you want, you can do all the scouting you want, but you never really know what you're going to get until after you draft a guy and he actually plays.
Not to mention, some of the NFL's greatest players were picked near the bottom.
The person that comes to mind is Tom Brady. Here's a guy who was picked in the 6th round. Nobody thought much of him, not a physical specimen by any imagination, not someone who was destined for stardom, ended up in the right spot, and when the time came, he took it, and he's become the greatest quarterback of all time.
The spectacle of today, year after year, the draft growing to become an institution, giving student athletes the opportunity to pursue their professional dreams. 3rd pick Quinnen Williams is the pride of Birmingham, Alabama. His path to the NFL is paved with triumph and grief. He remembers when his mother's loving smile began to wane. In 2010, her breast cancer returned. This time, it was stage 4.
She wasn't smiling no more. She wasn't playing with me no more. She was serious.
Before her last breath, Marquisha, surrounded by family, had one last message for her then 12-year-old son.
She pulled me and she like, Quinnen, like, you're gonna be the one who take care of everybody. You're gonna be the one who, like, make sure everybody's straight, and I need you to do that. 10 seconds later, you just hear beep.
Marquisha died on August 10th, 2010. She was 37.
After that, I didn't talk to nobody for a long time, like some years. So I started.
What do you mean you didn't talk to nobody
like,
for years?
Nobody. I was more of a
Oh, just one word answer.
Yeah.
So what made that change? When did that change?
It changed when I probably got in college. I went to Alabama, and there was so many people who went through the same thing I went through. It was like, dang, bro, I can't, you know what I'm saying? I can't be carrying myself like this, just like closed in.
He kept his promise, dutifully cooking dinner for his siblings every night. His mother's passing lit a flame, motivating him to push harder to become the athlete he is today. So this night, he says he shares with her, a seat for Marquisha left open tonight.
What do you want to say to her tonight?
That I did it, man, and I know that she's proud of me, but she don't want me to get complacent. She want me to keep going, keep working hard, and finish school and get my degree, so.
Before that long walk across the stage, he had one more to make, to his mother's grave, to be with her one more time and let her know that her dream, their dream, was about to come true.
If she was here today to see me, she'll see, like, all I've been through, the conversations I had with her, like, I would have had with her. But now I see it's my destiny to, like, be the person who can take care of my family for the rest of their life and my life.
You can catch continuing NFL draft coverage right here on ABC tomorrow.